What is going on, guys? Back with another race video. This is from Sunday's races at Cycle Jam 2024. To give y'all some context, Riston Grigg and I competed in the relay endurance race on Friday, really just to build some endurance and get some seat time, but we ended up finishing first in class and third overall, so we were pretty happy with that. Getting into this race, this is the C Superbike Race. The grid positions for this race were determined by who set the fastest lap times in practice. So I qualified third fastest, so I'm on row one all the way to the right. Donovan Piper he qualified second, so he's to the left of me. And Shane Maggs qualified first, so he's to the left of Donovan. And behind us you have Doug Royce, Hunter Barnett, Stewart, and a bunch of other expert fast racers. So here we go, guys. All right, right away, Shane and Donovan get a great start. Doug over there, man, he's got a great start. He's moving up on Donovan right there. I think he makes it into second. Then there's Stewart over there. So I'm pushed back to fifth right away. At this point, we're just trying to keep our head down and really focus on not messing up the lines, because the race starts are so hectic. There's so much adrenaline going on. You don't want to mess things up and start really falling back. So just trying to stay steady. Just in full tuck right now, trying to get in Stewart's draft, and I see an opportunity, but it's too close because turn 9's closing up there, and so I'm just going to stay behind him. I'm not going to try to outbrake anyone here. Again, don't want to make too many mistakes lap one. Able to get a nice drive up 10B there. Able to pass Stewart there. So now we're just focused on the next person, which is Doug Royce. All right, my bike has a little bit more power than Doug, and I'm catching him, but I brake a second or half a second later, and we're going 120 miles an hour into that turn, and that's 176 feet per second. So if I even wait a quarter second to brake later than him, I'm advancing 45 feet in front of him. So quarter to half a second later braking can get you 50 to 100 feet in front of that next person. So that's what I did there. Now we're just focusing on Donovan, and here he goes. I was able to close up on him right here into 6 pretty well. So now I can hug onto him, get that draft coming out of this corner. And I really like this 360 view because you can see the front tire, you can see how close we get to the apex and stuff like that, or how far we are from it. But it's super cool. I like that you can see the line. I can hold in his draft, and I was able to get that draft from him, and hopefully I can outbrake him into 10A. This section right here, the mini S is what we call them, entrance into this is so crucial. You can't be lazy on the seat. You can't be just sitting there, right? You have to be on your toes, almost moving the bike with your feet and not, moving side to side so slowly like we normally do for regular corners. So that's the key, and I'm still learning that, and I'm still pretty slow through there compared to some of these guys. And Shane Maggs is in front right now. He's kind of taken off and checked out by the time I got through this traffic, but he also was a step above this weekend. His pace was really good. He raced here a couple of weeks ago at Road Atlanta for Moto America, so he's feeling really good. I haven't rode or raced here since a year ago. Well, I raced here on Friday with the endurance, but before that it was about a year. So definitely starting to experience some arm pump around this time, and I think it's just from the endurance racing that my body's exhausted. I didn't feel arm pump. We did 25 laps at a time, and we did that 2 to 3 sessions each in that 4-hour endurance race, and I didn't feel arm pump at all. But from that, I guess 2 days later I'm feeling all this arm pump, and going through this, it's really tiring. So I've noticed that I'm getting tired, exhausted, and my arms are really hurting. So I don't know if Donovan's catching me or if he's feeling the same way. So let's see. 10A is one of my favorite braking zones right here coming up. I brake at the billboard. I like to brake downhill. I'm pretty good compared to my competitors, I feel like, in downhill braking zones. So 10A and then 5 at Barber are similar. I like downhill braking, even this turn right here, but this is a section where I was bottoming out. And one thing we learned is that we don't want to set up the whole bike for one corner. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. We want to set up the bike for the entire track and maybe manage one specific corner. So on that turn right there in turn 12, I was bottoming out, but the suspension guy I was talking to said, don't worry about that, just manage it, brake a little lighter. The bike's feeling good everywhere else, so we just decided to manage it. You're gonna see a mistake I make. The arm pump makes me stick the throttle open right here. You're gonna see it stay stuck, and my bars wiggle, I run wide, and this is where I think Donovan catches me. You can see him right there through my elbow and my body, the little section you can see behind me. So he's right there. He's, I know he's probably right there. I'm just trying to do what I do best, which is just brake deeper and keep him away from me right now. All right, last lap right here. Turn 1's interesting. You gotta brake deep and then also wait to turn in. So if you can actually, really shape it up to go uphill fast. Because again, we're on 600s, it's uphill. We want to carry that momentum up. So you don't want to shave so much speed in 1 that you have no speed to carry uphill and you're using all motor. You want to carry some corner speed and really go uphill like that. And same with 5 coming up here after we get through this section right here. You want to have enough speed to go uphill. So it's all about corner speed on uphill sections, because otherwise you're battling another 600cc rider, so they could carry more corner speed than you and just have less power and still be able to catch you. All right, I I see a lapper coming up. Always tricky passing lappers in this situations. Was able to get by him. I know maybe Donovan was, or maybe he didn't get by him, so it's kind of safe a little bit, I feel like. I don't know, because there's always turn 12. But here we go. We're approaching this last corner, and, you know, made it safely. So, man, what a race. And right away, you see me holding my arm. It's just had this crazy arm pump. But super happy with the result. I mean, for what it is, Shane, I couldn't see him. Props to him. He just crushed it. He was out of there. But I was able to get from 5th to 2nd and, you know, make my way back onto the podium. So I'm very happy with that. Just waving at the people that came out, you know, saying thank you, giving a couple revs. Always good to have people that come out to watch. Donovan right here passes me and he's talking to me right there. Something interesting, really interesting happened in lap 5. If you rewind it and go watch it, on the entrance to turn 1, lap 5, I run over a small piece. It's a brake lever guard that was on the ground. Someone's brake lever guard fell off and he was asking if that was mine. I looked at mine, it wasn't mine. But when I ran over it, all I'm thinking is hopefully my front tire didn't go flat. But when I ran over it, the rear tire kicked it out from my bike into Donovan, who was right behind me, hit his chest, the left side of his chest near his collarbone. Whole time he's thinking he broke his collarbone, he doesn't know. But thankfully it did not break. And once it hit his chest, it dropped back right into his dash where his speedometer is, and he's just sitting with it the whole race. So he's literally showing it to me right now, saying if this was mine. So thankfully he's okay. But that's racing, guys, you know, and stuff like that can happen. So everyone just be safe out there when you're racing. Take the best precaution. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and looking forward to making another one coming up soon. Talk to you guys soon.